How are you?
I'm fine. Shalom, ma.
Then we shalom for you.
Oh. Hello.
We can say shalom now. Shalom means peace be
Peace.
unto you, right?
Yes. Mm.
So we started.
So I started.
hmm
So
Hi, what's up? I'm trying to get my punchline, but every time when I say I want to introduce a new punchline, I hello at the start. Guys, you're welcome to another amazing episode on EWL Podcast. Don't forget that this podcast is a platform for you to be expressive and a reality check. I'm your host, Emete Theology Gloria, and I have today.
Emetezi Israel Chukwuemeri.
How are you doing, Israel?
I am doing very fine.
I think this is the first time we're seeing your voice. You are seeing
My face.
your face, but your voice has been heard on this podcast
Yes, it's a privilege.
on different occasions. What should they do?
You introduce me now. Let us see my face now.
Okay, I have my brother here with me, Israel Chukwuemeri. Emetezi is giving eyes. In case you've not heard of that, is eyes holdings, right? Correct
Oldings,
me.
yes. Ice Oldings.
So how have 2024 been treating you?
That's been very hard. 2024 was 1 year that I pushed myself different angles of life that I cannot even imagine I could possibly
Mm-hmm.
push myself to. So I would say it was a year of trying new things, of
Wow.
figuring out my parts and all. So yes, so it was a year of figuring out
A lot
what
of
I was
things
in.
for you.
Yes,
So would you say, do you think anything affected your plans? Did anything major change?
that factor did
Yeah,
change.
your change in plans. Why do you think you pushed yourself beyond what you normally do?
It can only be the loss of my father.
So you think it kind of
Yes, can only be my papa not that for see they do daddy. For see the day house. But as in
mm.
all day again, I had to just know that you are a man now. They have left you to become a man at a very young age, and you have to deal with it.
Okay, guys, I titled today's topic plans, and it's something I read in the Bible, Proverbs 3, verse 5 to 6, when God said, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, you should acknowledge Him, and He will direct your paths. So I titled today's topic plans, and in brackets, man makes plans, but
Yes,
God orders your step.
that's true.
So what like it's giving you have to have a plan. Obviously, as a human being, we are closing the work year 2024, and a lot of things are changing for a lot of us. Some people are going into a lot of things. So why when I say this, man makes plan, God order your step. What comes to your mind? What do you want to share? What do you think should be said about that?
Hey, they speak this English. It's the way they said it, that is the way it is.
It is.
So there is no much
Yeah.
explaining there. The way you
Yeah.
plan your plan, God do your own part. God will
Yeah.
not do everything for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I just understand from man
This
make
thing.
plan, God makes it
So
happen.
God said is going to bless the works of our hand. And when I talk about plans, it's something needs to be visible for God to bless. There's
Yes.
God like
People
makes
are
your yes, God makes your dream come true. But what God blesses is something that is visible, something that people can see. Not be
people
waiting
are
they go on your
people are
head.
lucky that most
Yeah.
people that have become rich, even if we don't push that, there are a lot of
Yeah.
lucky rich people, but
Mm-hmm.
most people that are really recognized in the society,
Yeah.
they worked with a plan. They were planning. They had a plan.
Mm-hmm.
They had a strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody just came out from anywhere saying I did this.
Yeah.
So and me, I'd rather be someone that has a story or
You can
not
look at
someone
me and
that
be talking. We're having a conversation.
I'm looking at my people that let's see my face. So what I'm saying is
Yeah.
you can I would rather have a story
Mm-hmm.
with my wealth than
Mm-hmm.
be a boring person that just maybe I won't bet or that kind of thing. So I
Mm-hmm.
would rather be a person that works for that gain my wealth from stages to stage, which means I involve planning and
There was
strategy.
process. Yeah.
Yes. Because our God self is a God of planning. Does not just
Process.
do my demon style, do like this,
hmm
everything. So
So what I want to say about planning is there's nothing really, like you said, there is not too much English to it. Maybe because I dey speak English, probably like say na
Probably like
big grammar
say,
and the talk. But what I'm going to say is 2024 is coming to an end, and there's
yeah,
just some things you pointed out during this year, during the period of 2024, that you know that for 2025 there is better plans, there is better
yes,
management, there is better process. You believe that everything should, we all think that everything should be different, but what makes our outcome different is when we choose a
a
different
plan
approach,
and
a different
actually
plan.
yes.
You know what they say is repeated mistake is giving error. It
It
means you
does
are
not
not,
make it right.
yeah, repeated mistake is not just right. So doing one thing over and over. But you know what I got to realize recently?
Because
So I was watching something on TikTok. I posted something on my Instagram, on my status recently when I said TikTok is underrated.
you
Like I've been on TikTok for the past few days now, and I've been enjoying every bit of it. In as much as not be everything where they talk now you will collect, but for the majority part, for the large part of it, I enjoyed every moment on TikTok. So somebody said that, I think it's, what is that guy Kagan?
yeah.
Kagan. So I'm good. Oh, that was not, ha,
What did he
it's
say
like
first of all?
it's very hard for me to pronounce his name. So Kagan said something recently. So we are of this motion that you should, if you keep doing something and you expect different results, it's wrong. But he said something. He gave an example about the child that is trying to learn how to walk, and a child is trying. The child, anytime I stand up, he go fall, hit the head. Anytime I stand up, he go fall, hit the head. So why do you think is different for a child? What do you think is happening in
To
that process when a child is learning how to walk, and all of a sudden probably the child just tried a different approach, but was still aiming for that same thing, was still doing that same thing, which is the process of learning how to walk,
there's it.
and it got a result. So I don't think there's, I think when we say something, I think there's always that imbalance in it. There's something that there is a loophole, there's always a loophole, and I think that loophole is what guarantees success. So my point is, in as much as you heard people saying, "Oh, don't this thing where you do every year, don't do it," we're talking about those negative traits. We're talking about those things that obviously, but what do you have to say about this thing I just said recently? Yes, I wanted to make a point, but let's see what you have to say.
What I would say is, in as much as you take away the negative threats, because I don't
Traits,
think
yeah,
anybody is really doing negative threats
repeatedly,
to make success or to make
yeah,
it or something. But there's something deep down in your heart that you know is not going to work.
yeah,
A child walking is seeing other people walking.
mm-hmm.
That is one thing.
Oh
Other people
yes,
are walking.
oh
It's not a goat or bird that is supposed to fly. It's going to
yeah,
walk.
yeah,
If you're trying something and you know, because everybody has gut feeling,
yeah,
God
got,
feeling, God put them there so that you know when, okay, this thing is actually going to work for me.
mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can be deceiving, but your gut feeling is
Mm-hmm.
75% correct most of the times.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that, okay, this thing where they try pull my head now
It's
is not
never
really
going
going to
to
work
work.
out. So there's no need you trying, like, I
Mm-hmm.
I want to sell, what was it called? I want to sell watch or jewelries. And I
Mm-hmm.
noticed that this aspect of my life that I've faced, most people here, they are not really. I know you can build a community,
Relationship,
yes,
yeah,
but these people you are with here, what do they want? If you are doing jewelry, and you just change that, that's a different case than
yeah,
when you're trying something that you know you are just because most of the times you know what like how this thing is going to turn out at
turn
the end.
out.
When you sit down and
But you
plan,
just want to give it
you
a
just
try.
want to try. So I
Yeah.
think planning that
So
change of plan or strategy really
yeah,
matters in some points.
yes,
But
and that's what I'm saying. So when he gave this example, I was cracking my head to understand what he was saying. And recently, with my conversations with you and Luchi, there's something that we got to understand, that for everybody that has made it, that has made success in life, there is a knowledge that you're not aware of. There is
yes,
something you are not aware of. I think with the child example I gave, I think what happened is that the child got to discover a hack, a loophole,
yes,
something that was out of the norm, something that it's the same thing he wants to achieve, but somehow, he discovered that probably if I stand on one foot, I'm not going to make it
it's
to
not
the
going
other
to work.
foot.
That is not how other
So I
people
have
are.
to
Okay,
stand on 2 foot to make a step. So I
yes,
think there is always a loophole we are not aware of. So the plans to discover that loophole is what we are saying.
yes,
There's always a loophole. There is just something. Something is missing. You are not aware of something. That is what I just discovered from that example. So Israel, what is the thing, like when you talk about plans? So what is what are you looking forward to in this 2025?
Uh,
Like,
in,
how are you doing more of strategizing? Are you doing more of
that is
growth?
how the life
Are
works.
you doing more of, people grow, they decide, okay, they're ready for change of plans. So is it growth now, or is this you re-strategizing?
I'm going to take this 2025 as
Yeah.
okay. I've gone for a rehearsal process, but I want
Yes.
to give him more rehearsal because in physics,
Mm-hmm.
after each practical, you give. I don't forget what it is called, but at the end, you give the way
You
you
give
use
a
and
thesis of what
how
happened.
did I do this
Yeah.
thing. So I've done one part. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going for rebranding. Everything should just
Mm-hmm.
like if I worked on um 20 minutes from here to the junction, I
Yeah.
want to use 15 minutes to walk to the junction.
So
I
it's
want a
both growth
both
and
growth, both learning,
re-strategizing.
both
Yeah.
planning, everything that can make me a better Israel next
Mm-hmm.
year.
I
We'll try
love
it.
I love when he said everything that will make him a better Israel, and that is the
Yes,
point we keep making. I think I grew up and I'm just all about making the money. But the person that is going to handle that money, the person that owns that money, which is Imiti's Luchi Gloria, how much work have I put into her as a person? And somebody said something that the value you place on on the person
so
is far greater than any value you place on material things or any business,
that's
because
true.
the person itself is always ready to give. So if the person itself, the business is growing and the person is stuck, do you see like
Do they work? I think they work hand in hand. You have
no, I don't think. So many people put a lot in their business, but
and
not.
they're not in
Yes,
themselves.
not in
Do you
their.
really think so?
Yes, there are some people that they have this, like they have money, but them as an individual, you will not want to work with them.
But oh,
It's all about what you can get from them, and that
that's
is
true.
it.
That's true.
And there's something they say: loyalty is not bought,
Is
it's
and
given.
I
Yeah,
mean, how
it's
do they
given.
speak and but not the
So
money.
those people.
I'm sure that that's some things you
So there are
cannot
some
just
people.
buy.
There are, so as a person, you need to work on those things that cannot be bought with money. Your
Yes.
person, your value as a person,
Principles,
yes, can
everything.
open doors to those rooms.
That's true.
And Change Reform is running up, and as well EWL is running up for its season 2. So what's when I come to the close of every season, I tend to just like get people's thoughts on my podcast so far from season 1 to season 2. Obviously, I'm grateful. One thing I'm so grateful about this thing is the growth.
That's true.
Like, say what you say, but we are growing.
There was a massive change.
There was a massive turn, and for season 3, we don't know when season 3 is going to come, but it's a year where we manifest. It's a year where we manifest what we want to see in for EWL season 3. So far, how would you like rate the podcast, and just in summary, just one word, and what like for what you're looking forward to in season 3?
Like what I'm looking
What
forward
how has it been so far,
for
and
her
what you're
in
looking
one word,
forward? Yeah,
growth.
yeah, growth.
It has changed. Like it will show you this EWL podcast will
Podcast.
show you that life works in stages. You
Yeah.
cannot just boom. Now some people like to just boom,
Boom.
but she showed us that
Yeah.
everything has stage one, stage two, and all. So like that's one thing I noticed very well.
Yeah.
Why in season 3, I think that there will be more. It's still more of growth.
Exposure.
Like she's going to. I think she's going to like bring like more things that we not expect.
Mm.
I don't know how to speak this English. Let's say now. So, but she just not say if
Yeah.
season 2 brought this kind of change because obviously if you were on a
Last
podcast
first.
season 1,
Mm-hmm.
you notice a difference in season 2. So
Mm-hmm.
season 3, we won't go back to season 1. No,
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 no.
season 3.
Uh,
So yeah,
Thank you so much. So I'm manifesting, like he said, massive growth for this podcast. More collaborations,
yes,
cooperation, sponsorship, and our guest issue will be sorted out. Like I'm so certain of that. And that's why I spoke about exposure. Exposure. Because me as a person, I'm quite reserved. I think that is why it's very easy for me to just come here and just speak by myself. But if I should break that barriers of like, okay, being out there as a person, obviously the podcast will have to be out there as a brand. So guys, I'm so excited for 2025 because I know a lot of things are coming. I always tell you guys in my life, when one thing is coming to an end, something
bigger.
bigger is always coming.
So
So
yeah,
I'm super excited for growth and more plans. And in everything I'm saying is that we have plans, and by God's grace, God orders our steps to success and greatness. Okay, guys, don't forget to stream this podcast on Anchor, Spotify, and on YouTube. Yes, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. A video is going to drop as well as this podcast. So please, on your notification, finally, I'm giving you that video, I promise, for the end of this year. So yes, on your notification on YouTube, and please stream the end of year video. And don't forget to follow me across all social media platforms at Olusemiteze on Instagram, on S formerly Twitter, and on Facebook. We also have a podcast page, AWL underscore podcast. We're still active on TikTok as well, Luchi's concept. So
Active.
it's the eyes audience. What do you have to say?
Let me
Introduce
just
yourself.
should I talk? Let me just ice hoodie. But I'll start with this one I'm wearing. I know how to wear this thing before, but she said I was going to come, so I said let me wear it. Let me all kind of your JC,
JC,
sportswear,
yeah,
sports machines.
everything sport,
Just text me.
everything sport.
Active
And also we have the gentleman
as
series.
well. Ice hoodie is just I'm just saying the one that
Yeah,
I'm wearing now. I have an
lap,
affiliate
yeah,
marketing brand. We do all kind of laptop gadgets, everything. You can follow us on Instagram. You can text us on
yes,
WhatsApp. You can give us a call. So we can even come to our shop.
yeah. Physical store at
So
Everyday Plaza in
Achimba,
Toba, Port Harcourt.
thank you.
But they do nationwide delivery. So more information, please follow him across all social media platforms. It's gonna pop on the screen. Okay, guys, like I always say, let's spread love because love is God. God is love. Have an amazing week. And from me to you is I'm wishing you guys a happy new year in advance. But I'm still going to be back by next week. So, okay, guys, bye.